and we are off. We're gonna go to Pier 39 first to go see the seals, but I see this thing called Bank of California that looks straight out of a movie. I don't know if that's a real bank or if it's just kind of like a tourist spot to go look inside, but the architecture looks straight out of a movie. We have about a mile and a half of a walk because we're pretty much in like the financial district of San Francisco right now. And because the weather's so incredible, we're like, why don't we just walk? Because it doesn't make sense to take an Uber. They have this thing called Waymo where it's like a self-driving car. I don't know how I fully feel about that. I haven't taken one yet, but there's no reason to spend $25 when you have feet, you know? Overall, one of my favorite things that I've done so far is really just eating the bread here. It's not even just what we're about to do, go eat at Boudin, which is, not the creator of sourdough, but it's very notable for the bread bowls that you've maybe tried before at Disney or other places, but just the bread in general here. It's very high quality. Everything tastes great, fresh, compared to anywhere else I've tried, probably in the world. Maybe Japan has equivalent, but the food here overall is just great. There's a reason why they call San Francisco one of the food capitals of the world. You can get a little bit of everything here. Look at all the buildings here. Like all the building structures, they look very similar to like a European vibe to it. This says it has San Francisco jazz. There's a lot of jazz places in San Francisco. I didn't know it was really a hub for that. I knew New Orleans is and New York, but apparently San Francisco is right up there. I would say San Francisco is more like New York than it is California, because you have all these big buildings, you have all this different culture, a lot of immigrants, you have this whole feeling of being an artist, moving to a city, and following your dream. And I really like that aspect of New York, which lacks a lot in Orange County. I feel like there's a lot of nepotism and people just with like a lot of money to live there. Not everybody, but there's just a different personality of living in Orange County compared to a big city. And San Francisco really has that New York energy. Like nobody really cares what you're doing. Everybody knows it's hard to live here, it's hard to make a living, but you're following your passion. So I really like seeing that in the city. I think it's just so cool to witness. But you also have such a beautiful atmosphere here. You're surrounded by water. It's that same Manhattan feel where you're like around, you see boats and ferries go by. But the water is definitely a lot clearer here than it is in New York, because one's a river and then one's going to be really the ocean. But there's a lot of greenery here. And it's also cool because it's such a tech hub in San Francisco that everything is very modern. There's a lot of self-driving cars like the Waymo, but there's just birds everywhere. When I say birds, there's like scooters that you can just grab on the side of the road and just start riding them anywhere, where I don't really see that as much anywhere else. Now, if you guys live in San Francisco or if you've been to San Francisco, let me know if you have any recommendations here. We're kind of going into this a little blindsided. We've read a lot of reviews and had friends send us like recommendations, but I'm interested, like the next time I come, if there's anything that I missed. We're doing all the touristy spots. There's a couple of food locations that we're going to that we were recommended by that are like must-dos: pizza place, bread place, crab place, seafood place. If there's anything you recommend, let me know down below. I'd be happy to come back and check it out because I really do love this city. I've seen so many AI ads since I've been here. Droids ship software while you're touching grass. Also, there's a Waymo car right there. That's a self-driving car. There's no one in there at the moment. Super freaky, right? And also there's another one, AI customer support that even your mom will like. Bland.com. Tell me you're in a tech city without telling me you're in a tech city. I would say one of my biggest comparisons with New York and here is there is a lot of access to public transportation, which is great, but it doesn't interconnect as much as New York does. Like you really could take the train and pretty much get anywhere in Manhattan or Brooklyn from where you're standing or within like a 5 minute radius. Where here it's a little bit harder to navigate through, but they do have cable cars, they have public transit underground, they have an underground subway. Doesn't seem like there's as many stops for it, but their bus pretty much takes you everywhere. But it could take up to like 15 to 20 minutes for the bus to arrive. So you can get around the city with public transit, but I would say New York is more, it gets you there more on time instead of you having to plan ahead of time to get to your location. If you're running late, you can still get to the train and get to the next one. In Manhattan. Brooklyn, I would say this is more similar to Brooklyn, where if you miss it, you're screwed in a little bit because it's going to take another 10 to 15 minutes for the next one to arrive. So I do have to give New York credit to that. They really have their public transit right on track for Manhattan. I just had to show this because that house does not look like it should be built on that hill. I don't know if you can kind of see. Let me try to zoom in a little bit. But it's right on the hill. And there's levels on levels just going right down on this really steep hill. Whoever did the building for this house, props to them because that looks really sketchy to me. I don't know how it has 4 floors on a hill that steep, but I mean, it's probably got a killer view. There's another house right here that's almost built into the hill. Kind of looks something like right out of a Star Wars movie. I don't know if I'd live in one of these. It's cool, but if an earthquake hits, which happens very often in California, who knows? We've made it to Pier 31. 8 piers to go, but almost there. Before you board Alcatraz, you can see this whole entire model that it's surrounding by water. It's supposed to be the most impossible jail to ever escape, but 3 people either lived or died when they escaped it. Frank Morris and 2 others, but it was heavily guarded, and the model really shows how locked down this facility was. Before we got to the pier, there's like a line of people trying to sell you hot dogs, bacon wrapped with all these onions. It smelt incredible. And I'm not a big street food person, but this was like a no-brainer. I had to get in and try it. So we're gonna take a little food break and before we go to the pier and go to boating. We really stacked it. Wow. The hot dog was incredible, and the bun is so soft. Onions, very flavorful. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. It was $10, which is not bad. You're in a touristy spot. Highly recommend. All right, and we have officially arrived to Pier 39. You can see they already have all these little seal statues ready for you to get prepared for the ultimate event of seeing all these seals just laying out. I guess they have an aquarium here too. I didn't know they had an aquarium over here. It's so windy when you get over by the ocean area. It's giving me a nice little new hairdo. Feels very nice though. Here is where you get the aquarium tickets. And I guess there's the entrance. It's a very small looking aquarium, like compared to other ones I've been to. But if you walk down here, I think this is where it connects to where the seals are. I saw a lot of people walking the opposite direction, so let's go walk the other way. All right, so yeah, if you keep walking, it's gonna be the next right of where Pier 39 is. You can see where all these flags are over here. That is where you need to go to walk to the main area where there's going to be a lot of shops, a lot of food places. Now here's a boating over here. This is not the original location, so we're not going to eat at this one. But if you don't want to walk to the other one, this is a little smaller version. They have a little fruit stand over here. If you want to go to a semi-farmer's market of fruit, you can do it at the end of this, well, I guess the middle part of this pier. A little trampoline over here. I feel like this would be a lot cooler at night, because right now it's just kind of no lights on. I can see that they have not Christmas lights, but that same light up texture of the whole pier area. You can see over there they have a bunch of lights. This really is a long pier. I feel like you just keep walking and walking. But at least they have a lot of shops. You can see there's a lot of things that light up at night over here. So I definitely need to come back here and see everything when it's all lit up. Now that I have a bathtub in my hotel room, I feel like I gotta get a bath bomb. So this place is called Happy Bubbles. Probably grab one of these. We're going to see the seals once we go out the store. Doesn't look that busy to me. I stand corrected, it is busy. A lot of people wanting to see these seals. If you look over here, that is everybody here. They hear the art. I really do want to go to Alcatraz Island. I'm trying to get tickets right now. I'll do a separate vlog on that if I'm able to go there. But I specifically want to go at night. I think it'd just be really cool to see. More spooky. Let's try to get a little bit closer. So now you can see all the seals over here. And they just hang out. They're not stuck here. I was told that they left for like 5 to 8 years and they randomly came back. And now they just hang out here and swim and lay out all day. I wish I was one of them. Such an easy life, just playing around. No bills, no taxes. They just come out and hang out here. All hours, every day. This is where they sleep, this is where they eat, this is where they hang out, swim around. What brought them here specifically, I have no idea. But this is the spot. It looks like they're aggressive, but I really just think they're playing. They don't know how to use their fins, so they're just yelling at each other. Oh, here's a boat going by. Pretty sure it's a river cruise to take you to Alcatraz Island. And it boards here. I'm assuming. But yeah, there's the island over there. Oh look, it looks like they're celebrating their 35th year at this pier. All these sea lions. They seem so itchy. Like they keep scratching their whole body on this wood plank. Roaming around. Alright, that's enough of the seals. Now we're gonna go get lunch. We're gonna go to Boudin, the original location that is here in San Francisco, and get a bread bowl. Might get a sandwich too, but it's gonna be on the opposite side of this pier over here, which is about a 0.4 mile walk. Oh, it looks like there's more sea lions playing over here. There's not as many, but I like seeing them in the water. That's really cute. I wonder what it's like being a boat owner here. Like you're trying to get to your boat and it's just 900 sea lions like playing around. It'd be really cool, but at times I feel like I'd be a little scared to get in their personal space. So once you pass the Ferris wheel, you're just about right where the boating is. And I'm gonna give you my little review on how good it is. Is it the best sourdough I've had? Is it the best bread bowl I've had? We'll find out. And we have arrived via the back entrance, but we're gonna walk around and show you the front entrance. You can see how big it is. This is where it all started. All right, now we've made it to the front. This is the entrance to get to Boudin over here. You can see it's right across the street from the It's Sugar Factory escape room. And we're gonna go in and let's order. If you haven't seen a cable car, here's one of them right here. Probably one of my favorite things to see in San Francisco. So they have a bistro and just kind of like a quick service, which we're gonna go to right now. But if you wanna do a full sit-down service and an oyster bar, they have that upstairs. Here's a little sneak peek of the bread. So this is where they create all of it right here. I'm trying to think of what soup I should get. Oh, look, they have Boudin hats. I always like kind of a faded hat. I don't like it when they just kind of like throw a print on it. I like it when it's hand stitched. So, approved, Miles approved hat. You can also get different animals shaped as bread. I know they had a turtle, a crab. They also have a heart, but they have a little bear as well, if you can see over there. Pretty sure this is the only place you can buy merchandise for Boudin. You can get jackets, you can get cups. I don't know what this is. Oh, this is the apron. So you can get an apron here. All themed to the restaurant. Or little cafe. Here's the menu here. So you can do a half sandwich, half bowl of soup. Oh, you can upgrade it to a bread bowl. So that's what I might do. I might do a half sandwich, half bread bowl, full soup. Here are the options here. You got the sandwiches, premium sandwiches, and then the soup and the bread bowl. And then 2 salad options. Very small menu. Oh, there's something on the back too. Never mind. But still relatively small. You can get pizza too, sourdough pizza. So we decided to order a bread bowl with tomato soup because we just don't love clam chowder. But you're still gonna have the same bread bowl, and we got the Dungeness crab sandwich. So I'm very excited to try this. If you're curious to know what the clam chowder looks like, that's it right there. I thought about getting this for Luna, but because she's a small cockapoo, I don't know if she's gonna fit this in her mouth. It's got 2 squeakies. We found a spot, so here's the food. We got the bread bowl, which is gonna be the tomato soup, and then the crab sandwich. We got the cold one because it's hot out. Look at that. I can already tell that the bread is more, not that it's more fresh, but I can see a little bit of a difference. Sandwich looks like a sandwich. I don't think it looks any different than any other sandwich I've had, but we got crab in there, so let's see how it is. All right, sandwich. Wow. It tastes like a very expensive tuna sandwich, which makes sense. Crab and tuna are completely different. But the flavoring in it is incredible. And the bread is a lot better than I expected it to be. Which makes sense because this is a bread factory. I'm going to give this a 9.5 out of 10. Really love the flavoring of it. The bread is soft. It looks mid, but it tastes incredible. Now we're going to try the soup. So when it comes to a tomato soup review, do not give me full credibility. I don't like tomatoes, but I like tomato soup. I like sun-dried tomatoes and ketchup. But if it tastes too tomatoey, I'll tell you, and that's the reason why I don't love it. But cheers. I don't think it's too tomatoey, but there's not enough like cream in it. It doesn't have any salt flavoring to it. It's quite dry. I don't love it. But it's not because of the tomato flavor. And the croutons also, I don't think they're very good. Let's try the bread. Okay, the bread is amazing. Maybe I should have got the clam chowder, but the flavor is just not there. There you have it, that's my review. I wouldn't get the tomato soup whether you like tomatoes or not. I just felt like it tasted more like a pizza sauce, but without the flavor. I didn't like it at all. The bread bowl is like what kind of saved it. I think the bread was incredible. It tastes very similar to the one at Disney. I would say maybe it's a little bit better. Is it worth flying out to San Francisco just for this one specifically? No. I think the Disney one does do it justice. However, that crab sandwich, definitely worth the hype. Incredible bread. So I originally wasn't going to get it because it's not included in the combo. You have to get it separate because it's more of a higher premium sandwich. But I do think it's worth getting by itself.
Overall, I think it is worth coming here. I think it's like kind of a cool factory to see. If you're in San Francisco area, you might as well come by here, get a sandwich, try a different soup, and yeah, let me know what your guys' thoughts are if you've been here before. But thank you for joining me today. Please hit that like and subscribe button, and let me know what type of videos you want to see from me on my journeys and where I'm traveling to. So I'd like to hear what I should go see, what I should go try. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon.